All right, welcome to another Midjourney tutorial here from Polyform Studio. I'm Adam, and today I'm going to teach you how to create consistent characters in Midjourney. So a big issue with early days Midjourney users is that they're trying to get the same person and put them in different scenes, or have the same person or character have different emotions. It's really hard to get a consistent character if you don't take these easy steps. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing you want to do is to create a character. So a great way to construct your character prompt is to just describe them and include a name. The reason we want to include a name is that it's going to come into play as we're training the Midjourney algorithm, or training the Midjourney model to know who your character is so that it can return consistent results. So we're going to call this guy Johnny Jet. And Johnny Jet is a cool guy with tattoos and long black hair, wearing a leather jacket. So that's the kind of character we're going to make today. All right, so now that's rendered out. We got a few different characters. All of them would fit the bill really, but I think this guy here looks the coolest, number 3. So we're gonna up-res this character. All right, so now we've got an up-resed version of Johnny Jet here. Looks like a cool dude. He's got long black hair, leather jacket, tattoos, check, check, check. So we wanna tell the Midjourney algorithm here that this is what we're looking for. This is a good example of Johnny Jet. So you want to go ahead and hit the little heart eye emoji here, and we've successfully rated this job as heart eyes, and that's good news. So the next thing you want to do is go up here to the add reaction, hit the envelope, and that's going to give you some further information about this specific render. And the seed number is what's most important to us. So the next step in getting a consistent character is training the model on who this character is. Who is Johnny Jet? So we want to copy the original prompt that we had, go backslash imagine, paste it in there, and then we want to go -- seed space, take that seed number from the one that we just made and plug it in there. And then we're going to render it again. And what we're doing now is we're going to re-render this character again and again and again to train the Midjourney model in who Johnny Jet is, right? So for best results, you want to do this 10, 15, even 20 times. So it's going to take a little while, but once you get to the end, the model's going to have a good sense of who Johnny Jet is, and then we're going to be able to see him with different emotions in different scenes and things of this nature. So on the second render here, we got Johnny Jet, looks pretty consistent. We got the jacket, we got the tattoos, the long hair, looking pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and render out another one of these. Number 4 is the closest to what I want. I wanna try and stick to this original image here where he's got part of the head shaved and some tattoos on his face, no shirt on. This guy here, number 4 of this new quadrant, is pretty much that. So we'll render him out. So now our new version of Johnny Jet has rendered here. He's looking great. We'll give him some heart eyes. That's to let the algorithm know that this is on the right track for Johnny Jet. Now, this is render number 2. We're just going to do the same thing. Get the envelope, get the seed phrase. We're going to take the same prompt, copy that, -- imagine, paste it in there, -- seed space. Then we're going to take this new seed phrase, pop it in there, and then we're going to let that render out. All right, so now we've gone ahead, we've rendered 10 versions of Johnny Jet. He's looking consistent, he's looking good. Now we're going to want to change up the art direction. We could imagine him as a Marvel comic book character or in the movie The Matrix, and then we'll work on putting him into scenes. So you're going to want to take that original prompt plus the seed image of your final character here. So I've already hearted our final character. Now we have the seed image. I'm going to take that original prompt, \imagine, paste it in there, -- seed, paste in the number from our final Johnny Jet. And then we're going to say in the style of the Matrix. And we're going to get him with some of these cool sunglasses, probably a longer leather coat, and some of the art direction, greens and locations you might recognize from The Matrix, the movie. All right, now Johnny is rendered in here. He's looking a little Matrixy. Some of them, you know, he's got the cool glasses here, kind of a cooler jacket, looking a little Matrixy in the background. Not Matrixy enough. So we're gonna take this prompt, we're just gonna copy it, imagine, paste it in there. And now we're gonna add a little image weighting. And we have a whole tutorial on how image weighting works, so I'm not gonna go into the details, but I'll show you really quickly here how we can use it to our advantage in this situation. So we've essentially got two prompts. We've got the original one, Johnny wearing the leather jacket, etc. At the end of that, I'm gonna weight it with 2 of the dots and a 1. And then in the style of the Matrix, we're gonna put 2 dots, and I'm gonna go 1.5. We won't go too extreme with it. And then render. And we'll see that'll be a little bit more Matrixy than it was, because the standard weighting is 1:1. All right, now that's rendered out, we've got Johnny. He's looking much more Matrixy. He's got the cool glasses. He's got the cool leather coat. He's even got a bit of a Keanu haircut here. You can see how he's fairly consistent and now in a different art style. So now we're gonna take that original prompt again, including the seed phrase. So I'm gonna go up here and grab it. \imagine, paste it in there. And instead of in the style of the Matrix, we're gonna say in a ramen shop. And we're gonna place Johnny Jet here inside of a ramen shop having some lunch. So now that that's rendered out, you'll see we got Johnny Jet here looking pretty consistent inside of a ramen shop. Starting to pick up some interesting kind of illustrative characteristics here. If you want to reduce that, you could just reduce the weight on the ramen shop bit, because that's clearly where it's pulling it in from. We're going to cover one more technique, and this is going back to the art direction side of things. And it's just a way to get something even more consistent with the art direction. So we're going to take our original prompt, \imagine, paste it in there. We're going to take our seed number for that final Johnny Jet image. And then we're going to say Johnny Jet's a cool guy with tattoos, long black hair, wearing a leather jacket in the style of a Marvel comic. So we're gonna transform Johnny into an illustrative character here and kind of push what was happening with the ramen shop. Okay, so Johnny Jet's rendered in here in the style of a Marvel comic, looking good, you know, a little comic-esque. I think we can push it even further. So I'm gonna add another strategy here to make it even more Marvel-esque. So you're gonna take that original prompt, plug it in, and then we'll add a modifier here sitting in a car to get Johnny into a situation a little bit. So we've got Johnny Jet's a cool guy with tattoos, long black hair, wearing a leather jacket, sitting in a car in the style of a Marvel comic, and we're gonna weight that as 1. And then again, in the end here, we're gonna say in a Marvel comic book. So we're kind of like doubling up the prompt, and that's just gonna push it extra far. Okay, so now we've rendered out the final version of our Marvel comic book, and you can see he's looking very Marvel-esque inside of a car, as mentioned. We even get some extra comic book style panels in here, super cool. And you know, that's our final example of how you can take a character, create them consistently, and then put them into different art directions, put them into different scenes, with some re-rolling and some tweaking. And this technique, you can get pretty much anything you want from a consistent character. So that's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe, and join us next time for even more Midjourney content.